What's going on, guys? Hope all is well. Now, in today's video, I want to address why I plan to not buy rental properties going forward for quite some time. Or if I do buy rental properties, it's a very specific, unique type of property that is an exception to the rule. Now, I'm super excited for you guys. A lot of you guys have markets that are opening back up. If you are in a market that is not opening you back up and letting you out of your cage, I highly recommend you start voicing your opinion. Why not call the county? Why not say, let us go back to our lives? This is getting ridiculous. I don't want to go off on a rant too bad, but I think all entrepreneurs know what's really happening here. Now, what I want to talk about is what is actually happening, which is we just saw over 30 million people file unemployment. We just lost 10 years of job creation. And if you look at a chart from the 2008 crash, unemployment, this is like what it looks like right now. Unprecedented times we're living through. And I know that the market and the real estate market hasn't slid yet or isn't sliding down yet, but I do run a real estate agent team in almost 30 states now, and I get a pretty good pulse because I get a lot of information on what's happening around the country. And what I see happening is that the markets are starting to slow down in certain areas, and the reason why is because we have a catalyst to shift this 11th inning baseball game, meaning we're already late to a recession anyways with the market cycle, into full force. Like, we were already waiting to see this happen anyways, and now we have this crisis that's going to push it forward and accelerate the process. But what's going on right now is there's a ton of stimulus money being pumped into the marketplace. There's all these backstops going on, right? So you're seeing the stock market even go up. What's going to happen when the stimulus money stops being printed? What's going to happen when banks can no longer do 90-day forbearances and evictions pick up and foreclosures pick up? Lending requirements tighten. What is going to happen, guys? People are not going to want to spend money like they were. They're going to be scared. People operate out of fear or greed. They're going to be holding on to their dollars. We're about to see a massive foreclosure spike, in my opinion, starting in 2021. Now, what you think about is most times that markets correct, it takes about 3 years to bottom. So if you're only having a limited amount of money right now, because even if you have a lot of money, it is still limited when you start buying assets. If you have 100, 200 grand, you maybe will buy a couple rental houses. 20 million, maybe buy a couple apartment complexes. But once you put your money into play in a long-term investment, it is locked in. So if you're going to choose a place to put your money in long-term, why not pick the best place possible? So if we're going to see a correction and property values are going to drop anywhere from 20 to 50%, in my opinion, in most markets, why not wait till the market corrects? And right now, think about how to create businesses or do real estate investing strategies that create active income, wholesaling on the way down, doing safe flips on the way down. Now, guys, if you're going to flip houses, make sure they have strong floor plans, good curb appeal, quality houses that even in a stressed marketplace, somebody's going to want. I wouldn't buy that crap that you guys have probably been buying over the past couple of years getting bailed out, because you will get smashed going through this correction. So be smart on what you're buying. But make money on the way down. Be thinking about business activities on the way down. And if you're a long-term buy and hold investor, why not be patient a little bit here? Let the market correct. And I've been waiting for this. I did not invest through the last correction. And a lot of houses that I bought back in 2013, 14, 15, during that time period that I wholesaled or flipped, I look back now, if I'd held these properties, I'm talking about potentially $5 million in appreciation between these properties if I had just figured out how to hold them. So I've been waiting for this moment personally in my career, saying, when we see the next correction, I don't know when it's going to be, but when it does, I'm going to sit on my cash. So I've dumped a lot of properties. I've dumped my properties that have long-term liabilities, properties that were difficult to rent out, anything that I didn't really enjoy owning that wasn't something I had pride in ownership, it's gone. I'm sitting on cash waiting to deploy, and I'm going to be patient. I'm going to be very patient. This is just my take on it. Now, if there's incredible property in a high frequency zone right by a school or hospital, and it's just a great property, obviously, guys, use common sense, buy it, right? But I'm saying if you only have so much money, why buy some rental properties right now? Even though foreclosure going to pick up, there's going to be deals out there. What if you buy a house at 200 grand, it drops to 150,000 valuation at the bottom of the chili bowl, which is the bottom of the dip? Then you have to wait all this time just for it to go back up. Why not wait and try to time the bottom? Now, a lot of people that I'm talking to behind the scenes, my mentors, individuals that have been through multiple crashes, think the best time to start buying is on the drop side, late 2021, bottoming out 2022 and 23, and riding it back up the backside. So right now you need to be focused on relationships with lending, raising money, how to get back into a position where you're financeable, get your finances in shape so that you can go get bank loans. Start thinking about how to do creative strategies like taking properties over, taking over the debt on properties, owner financing strategies, any way that you can start hoarding cash. Because those of you who focus on raising capital and getting cash right now and being prepared, once this does happen, we're looking at all the variables creating this perfect storm for this massive foreclosure boom, because all these people that are business owners are going through bankruptcy. What do you think is going to happen when they can't make their house payment? All these people that just lost their job. What do you think is going to happen when they can't make their rent payments, and landlords right now can't make their mortgage payments? There's going to be this perfect storm that's going to hit, and I think it's going to be pretty bad. That's my opinion. And I think this is also going to be a huge, huge wealth creation opportunity for those who do this correctly. A once in a lifetime opportunity, actually, for a lot of us that are at least in my age range, and individuals in the, they're in the prime of really putting time into building their businesses. I know real estate's a lifelong business, but a lot of you guys that lived through the last crashes hopefully correct it or use us correctly and don't ever have to worry about money. And you may not be so aggressive about acquisition right now. Some may not. But I see this as a once in a life opportunity, ready to capitalize on once the market starts having these variables kind of kick in, if that makes sense. So I'd urge you guys, when it comes to buying rental properties or long-term investments, to look at your money that you have saved as far as liquid cash after taxes as a powerful tool. Don't just put it into the first property that comes across your plate. There will be plenty of properties to put your money into. Select the right ones, pick the right ones that you want to own for your retirement. Rental ownership is an equity play. It is not a cash flow play, no matter what anybody says. Yes, it creates cash flow. And if you have enough of them, you can live off the passive income. The benefit from owning real estate is wealth creation through timing it with speculation, moving it up, and appreciation, but living off the cash flow a day. That you can also live off the cash flow a day. But the main goal of my rental portfolio is not to create cash flow. I have other businesses that create cash flow. I have other things that create residual income. Notes are way better for residual income. You need to start thinking about how to have these properties paid down over time so that you have this huge equity position that you don't ever have to worry what's happening in your later stages of life about where your money is going to come from. So I just keep that in the thought process, guys. Don't jump too soon. Be patient. Start flipping houses, wholesaling houses, doing things that you can do on the way down to be safe, but to also still be in the business making money. But be patient with what you're going to put in long term, because if you put something in too soon and you watch the market drop, you're going to be holding it saying, oh my gosh, will it ever come back? And then 5 years later, if you could write it down, it comes back up, you may be break even as far as equity position. Why not buy at the dip and write it back up? And you'll start to realize as this unfolds that we will see a correction, in my opinion. You'll kind of see the timing of it, and you'll start to see this play start to kind of paint itself going forward. So that's all I say, guys. If you only have enough money to buy a few right now, I know a lot of people are eager. They're asking me, is this the right time to be buying? This is why I'm filming this video. No, this is not the right time to be buying. You need to be sitting on your cash so you can buy later. I hope you guys like the video. Subscribe to the channel if you've done so. Like the video. I'll see you on the next one.